Hey, what's up, guys? TSM finally got their first win, and there was actually a lot of banter about the draft on Twitter, so I definitely want to cover the banter and why a lot of the LS fans and LS thinks this draft is bad, but in reality, it was actually a really good draft for TSM. So without further ado, here's Loco's recap of EG versus TSM Week 2, Day 2. First up is how hard is the draft to execute. As you have more tanks and CC on the team, the draft is a lot easier to execute. The easier your engage is, the draft is a lot easier to execute. As you get better as a team, as you build teamwork and you make less mistakes, teams can start playing more split push comp, more priority oriented comp, more vision control oriented comp. But when you're a struggling team, you want to keep your draft easy to execute. It'll help you play better on stage. It'll help you when you fall behind on what you need to do to get back into the game. There's just so many reasons to play a comp that's easier to execute while it might be worse in certain regards. Also, another factor that gets breezed over is this the right draft for the right team? Sometimes a draft looks great on paper, but when you dissect it and see where the tools are given to which players, it might not be that great. Maybe you're drafting a comp that has to engage on a player that's timid, that's having a hard time on stage, that doesn't really know how to pull the trigger. Maybe you're giving a crucial counter pick winning matchup to a player that just isn't the greatest in lane. You also have to consider which players you're drafting for and what they're good at when you look at the draft. Like, we can talk about it as if all these players are robots and they play every champion perfectly, but that's never really the case when it comes to professional play. So let's get to the point. Why is this draft great for TSM? Well, it's a group up S5 and teamfight comp with really good engage. You have Rakan on the team, you have Gragas on the team, and also, due to the Xayah and the Zoe, this draft will consistently scale nicely into mid and late game. Another thing to consider is the right champions for the right players. Dardoch is on Gragas, one of his favorites. He's allowed to engage, he can pull the trigger, and also everyone but Broken Blade, who's playing Set, a new champion, is very comfortable on the champions they're on. Rakan for Biofrost, Xayah for Kobbe, Zoe for Bjergsen. I do agree Zoe probably wasn't the best pick in terms of matchup or how she's fitting into the draft, but consider this, TSM's giving Bjergsen a comfort champion that's scaling well into the late game, and that can play nicely with all the CCs that's given on the team. So at the end of the day, I don't think the Zoe pick was that atrocious. Overall, TSM's just given a draft that they can win with, and they have a clear way to win with. Last time they had a Zilean draft without a melee carry, they had a Rumble draft without CC or any kind of setup. TSM needs to be playing a lot easier draft before they can get into more of these priority or split pushing drafts. It's just not in their wheelhouse right now. By the same virtue, how we learn to ride bicycles with 4 wheels instead of just going on a 2-wheel bike, or LS recommends that people play Annie before they learn other champions. For even pro teams, especially when you have a new roster and you're going through a lot of problems, keeping it simple and keeping it easy to execute is the solution for the draft. Okay, let's not forget EG. As for them, they have a pick-based draft that's running a lot of 1-3-1 potential. You have Thresh and LeBlanc, who's able to pick out champions in the mid game. You have LeBlanc and the Aatrox, who's able to split push later on. The one pick that really stands out to me is the Kindred. They are taking Kindred quite late into the draft, and I don't think she's that great here, especially seeing that she's picked into Set and Gragas, 2 champions that can displace her from her ultimate and kind of burst her down without her being able to really use the powerful defensive tool that is her ult. So yeah, EG has a 1-3-1 draft, TSM has a teamfight draft that has strong engage and that scales nicely. So those are the main win conditions. Now let's get into the game. The first play I have for you is this 2-man dive on EG's top side. Broken Blade and Dardoch waiting until both each other in range. Dardoch missing his E. He actually hit a minion there. They're going to botch the first rotation of the dive. But luckily for them, the Kindred is all the way in mid lane and they're going to get a second chance at this. Zeyzo lands a nice hook. Biofrost barely living. Kobbe forced to burn heal. Alright. Melee range again. Dardoch with the E right after Broken Blade Z. This time undodgeable, and they're finally able to get the dive. Got the job done, boys. So, we've seen this play about 1 billion times now. You guys should know exactly what it is. EG got priority from bot lane due to Aphelios with Flamethrower going pew and then using his Q. They're going to be able to reset first, and now Svenskeren starting up the Herald because he knows his bot lane's going to be here first. Zeyzo sweeping the area out, placing down wards, popping the plant. Very dangerous for TSM. They're going to have very little vision here. Lovely job by the Observer. They're checking into the shadow, lands a hook on Bjerg, able to cleanse it out. And he's going to be able to land a W on the Thresh. The Thresh gets ulted by Dardoch. And Kindred tried to save him with flash ult, but Broken Blade was able to use his own ult to bring the Thresh outside of the Kindred range. Bjergsen going to pick up that flash and now chasing down Svenskeren. And this is going to be a second kill for TSM. So it's going to be 2 kills for TSM and a Herald for EG. Honestly, not that bad of a trade for TSM considering they're the ones that had to check into EG and not the other way around. Here we have Dardoch and Bio looking for a catch. Dardoch activating Predator, trying to go on Svenskeren. Able to take the Lantern out. Going back for that river control, trying to use the sweeper. Bjergsen already has priority from mid side. Dardoch feels so comfortable. Ooh, he doesn't realize Thresh is here. Gonna get hooked and chunked out by the Kindred. Svenskeren chasing with the flash. Dardoch forced the stopwatch. Oh my god, that ult timing from Aphelios was so nice. Svenskeren walks back into his ult. Bjergsen doesn't land a W. Actually gonna be flanked by the LeBlanc. And that's gonna be 2 kills for EG. And TSM forced to burn a lot of flashes with that too. Now this is EG with their second Herald making the siege on mid lane. They already have priority from both bot and mid due to their solo laners, and now they're going to be able to group up while TSM solo laners still have to stay in lane and catch. Dardoch getting chunked out, forced to burn flash. Oh, another nice Aphelios ult. My god, the range on that thing is crazy. EG able to pick up 2 turrets in mid lane. This means they're going to be able to get so much control in terms of Baron side. They get to push up mid all the way, and TSM's always going to struggle for vision now. So TSM knows EG has a pick comp, and it's going to be hard to check into them. And they bought 2 blue trinkets because they know that's the best way to play versus pick comp. But here's the problem. We have Dragon coming up in 35 seconds, but also TSM doesn't have vision on Baron, and Bang has Chakram and Severum, the 2 best Baron killer weapons. So TSM's so focused on the Dragon. Bjergsen does not use his blue trinket on the Baron, and EG is going to be able to rush down this Baron. This is why vision control mid game is so important. And also, this is a bit of a surprise. Kindred and Aphelios are incredible Baron killers, and you usually don't get to take Baron this easily, especially with Mountain Drake no longer given bonus objective damage. So yeah, TSM caught with their pants down, and EG's going to be able to pick up a free Baron on them. Here we have EG pushing both top and mid. Looks like they're shifting around the jungle. Svenskeren gonna be caught by a sleepy Trouble Bubble. Ooh, this is bad. Lovely E from Broken Blade. And then the ult outside of the Kindred ult, followed up by the flash W, able to burst down Kindred. Man, this was a game-saving play from both Bjerg and Broken Blade. If they don't get this catch, they would lose multiple turrets and inhibitor here, and it's such a dangerous spot for TSM to be in. Oof. Now, EG still has 30 seconds left on Baron. Looks like they shifted their seeds down to bot side. And Broken Blade looping around the back. Able to ult the Kindred. She doesn't have her ult yet. Oh, and they're able to pick her off. But Kobbe gets bursted without using ult or flash due to the Aphelios ult landing on multiple people and just exploding in his face. Even trades like this is good for TSM, just due to them being on the scaling comp. And they just want to stay in the game and reach those core items on their carries where they can start beating out EG. We fast forwarded to about 30 minutes into the game. Looks like Bang starting the fight with the Infernum ult. Not that much damage actually. Kumo with a lovely flank here. Oh my god, that Q flash on Kobbe. He also landed the W before Kobbe could ult, so he got pulled back and Kobbe had to burn both flash and ultimate. Look at Dardoch here, look at Dardoch here. That E flash on Zizuke preventing him from killing Bjerg and wiping out the rest of his backline. My god, that was well played from Dardoch. Really nice flank from Kumo. I'm kind of bad on Kobbe for not being able to flash or ult out in time, but Dardoch saving TSM by landing that E flash. If he doesn't land that E flash, Zizuke would have wiped TSM's backline. Now you can see EG really get impatient and greedy. Bang walking in through this choke as AD carry. You don't go first. Biofrost with a nice RW. Ooh, gets bursted though. Great Gragas ult on the Thresh. Zizuke looking for the angle, Flash RW, Kobbe is able to use stopwatch and heal in time, didn't die. Nice, gets the kill on Aatrox as he reses. And somehow dies? What the hell? We're gonna get a replay on that hopefully. Svenskeren tried to go in for a kill with Flash Q, but no one really quite in range. What the hell happened on Kabe at the end? Yep, seeing the replay. Bang getting opened on. Cleanse Flash right away. The hook actually lands on Broken Blade and Zeyzal flashes forward. I have no reason why he did that. Oh man, Broken Blade's so happy to be in there just tanking. Woo! That grip punch. 839 true damage. Aatrox getting rooted. Kindred has to burn the ult. Oh! So Bang got a Calibrium Q on Dardoch, and because he has Runaan's Hurricane, it actually spread onto Kabe, and then he switched to Gravitum and used the Gravitum Q to kill Kabe. Oh, Aphelios, you so cray. Now, EG has 3 Dragon. The 4th would give them the Ocean Soul, which is an incredibly powerful soul. Looks like Svenskeren starting it by himself. They're gonna rush it. Already got 6k, 5k, 4k. Dardoch getting in there with Predator. Ult him out, ult him out, ult him out. Oh, just able to get it with E Smite. And looks like no one's gonna die here. Okay. Man, that soul deny was so important for Dardoch. If TSM gives up Dragon Soul, it makes it so much worse, especially Ocean Soul. It allows you to stay on the map forever, which is incredibly powerful later on in the game. So at this point in the game, TSM's only 5k gold down, and it doesn't matter as much later on. And they already have mid prio, so they're going for the Baron. EG has to check into them. They have to be very careful when they check. Checking every brush, going in slowly. They get the vision on Baron, it's at 4k. They gotta get in there fast. Broken Blade with a great flank angle going on Bang. Able to land that nice ult. So Bang uses Stopwatch here, which I actually think is a really big mistake. I think he used Stopwatch because he was afraid of getting CC'd, but the whole thing about Stopwatch when you don't have Flash is you root yourself in place, and now rest of TSM can just catch up to him and kill him. I think it was way better for him to keep running and save Stopwatch for when TSM actually engages on him with maybe the Rakan W or with the Gragasy. Just this premature Stopwatch means he's going to insta-die coming out of it. Yep, that's exactly what happens. Broken Blade loaded up his W, able to land it on Bang as he comes out of Stopwatch. And Svenskeren, you're going to get chased down and killed. So TSM's making their final push with the Baron. They already killed LeBlanc earlier. And it's just really hard for EG to do anything. Members on TSM are too tanky. They also have Baron. Svenskeren caught by the W, knocked up, knocked back. Still able to land the ult, but he's going to die without doing much. Kabe with a really great ult to dodge the damage from Zizuke. Yeah, this one's over. I mean, this is kind of what happens when you make really big mistakes in the mid game as the comp that's 1-3-1, and that's the one that's going to get outscaled. If they don't die in the jungle where they had Baron, then I'm pretty sure EG wins this game. But because they died in the jungle, they allowed TSM to outscale. And yeah, it's just game. I mean, I appreciate that EG's playing 1-3-1 comps. I appreciate that EG's playing harder to play comps, but I think it's really crucial that you get wins early, especially for a team like TSM who's down 0-2. Imagine they started the season 0-3, so that's why I didn't mind their draft at all. And hopefully I gave you guys like a new perspective on looking at draft and also other factors to consider than just the picks and the team comps on paper. It was really fun doing this recap, and hopefully you learned something. If not, just whatever, flame away. Just don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave those mean comments. And one last thing, I'm not crazy, I'm just loco. Bye!